Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Learning Life and Being More Independent with Tommy Cam. I'm your host, Tommy Cam, here to talk about what he thought of looking at a couple of radio frequencies. Inside this one area, I thought I wanted to visit, but honestly, doing a little more looking at it, I thought it looked a little bit suspicious. So, so today I want to talk about it. So I'm looking at the Gulfport Belinsky International Airport. Okay, they got the ATIS, which is the Automatic Terminal Information System. They also got the Unicron. They um they also got VHF and UHF, of course, because some pilots don't like to use UHF and VHF, which I'm okay with that. So if we go over like to the businesses, they got like the Edgewater Mall, which has a security and maintenance frequency on here of 464.975 and 103.5. And then after that, we look at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. We got admission and ushers, engineering, maintenance, security, and parking. And then after that, we got a power facility, shutters, and waving paving, which I think which is really smart in like that area. So if we click on their federal agencies, they got, for instance, like Net2 for analog, now digital Net2, and they say that has encryption possible. So when they talk about encryption, let me give you guys like my opinion on it. All right. So so yesterday I was listening to the Southern Indiana Public Safety System, and they got, for instance, like a couple of good radio scanner stuff there. They got your usual like robotics. They got your different stuff there with like different radio scanners, which I think which is really really kind of nice, which I think which is really kind of interesting on some parts. So if we look at like a couple of their places, like their casinos, they got, for instance, the Hard Rock, which shows no encryption on there, which has like security, slot tech, hotel housekeeping, hotel operations, casino maintenance, hotel maintenance, food and beverage, valet, and bellhop, which I think which is really kind of nice on that end. So if we look at the Emperor's Palace, they got, for instance, security, they got valet. Then after that, they got a couple of operations channels. And after that, they got a buffet, they got beverage servers, casino janitors, operations, hotel housekeeping, hotel maintenance, Slot Tech 1 and Slot Tech 2, which is all interesting on all parts on that. But this is the interesting part, I think, which is on here. So I was looking at the other day at the Boomtown Casino because they got one there in like New Orleans, and I was like, hey, why don't we go visit that place and maybe I could hear like a little bit of like radio transmission down there in New Orleans, like while we were down there. So then after that, if I do a little bit of looking up on here, they got like a couple of different hotels that I can listen to on here. That is, now a lot of this on here is like DMR Motorola capacity single site. So like for instance the following. Bearcom Louisiana, of course. DMR Motorola Capacity Plus. Then after that, they got a Disney cruise line, the Disney Wonder, which they got, for instance, housekeeping, guest services, technician, entertainment, crew, elevator service, beach blankets, and electrician, which I think which is really important on that end. So, which I feel really excited about on my cruise, I feel like number one, they got, for instance, like different people using like different radio communications. So they got 6 radio channels that they all got that they can listen to. Like I think, which is really nice. So like then after that, if we look at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, they got, for instance, like in NXT and Next Edge 9600. They also changed general trunk information. Now if we look on here, like for instance at the port of New Orleans, I already know that they use the Leaf Patrol. And then after that, they got port operations, which is base to talk. They also got river construction, which I think which is really smart on their end. On that, and looking at the New Orleans, so they got fire dispatch, Fireground 2, Fireground 3, all the way down to Fireground 14. And then after that, they got a couple of like medical center radio frequencies on here, which I think which is really smart. They also got their police department frequency. They also got the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office radio frequency. They also got the Youth Study Center, which I think which is a really neat area there. They also got the special events. They also got traffic control and parking enforcement. They also got City Hall, City Executive Number 1, Department of Sanitation. Then after that, they got the New Orleans Road Department. Then after that, they got road construction stuff. Now, please don't mind about that noise. That noise is just them working on the house. So they got LSU Baton Rouge, which has buses on here. They also got school buses, which I understand that they don't want people to listen to that. So if we go on down, look at a couple more. They got the Louisiana Police. They also got the Campus Police, Campus Maintenance, Campus Security, and they also got Tulare Police, which is really nice in those areas. So if we click on media, they got WWWL Radio, which is intercom. So clicking on the New Orleans attractions, they got an Aquarium of America. They got a butterfly garden. They also got a zoo. They also got Operation Security in the Soaring Victory Theater, which is an audio system to the hard of hearing. So those are like a couple stuff they got on there, which I think which is really important. So also looking at their airport, just to give you guys some news, I will not be flying there, which I think which is really smart. It's like also they got a couple of good radio frequencies on here that I wish I could listen to. They also got American, they also got Southwest. After that they got a couple of Transportation Security Administration radio frequencies. So then after that I was doing some looking at like at their port, at the port where we're going to Cozmeal. The best cruise port in Cozumel is the San Margarita Major Cruise Port and city on Cozumel Island. The different types of cruise terminals, they got 3. The best things to do in Cozumel are underwater tour corporations, the coral reef, numerous diving shops, and tour operations. The main dining areas are located on the island's west side. Its east side is undeveloped with amazing beaches, beach restaurants every mile sector. Carnival cruises usually use the San Diego Portamina, which I think which is really nice. Is Cozumel a tender port? In fact, last week, Cozumel port officials used tender system for the first time in 7 years. Tenders are small boats that transport passengers to and from the cruise ship that remains in deep water anchor. So luckily, our cruise port is not. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up, and if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, and remember, if you guys are not subscribed yet, do that. Alright guys, that's it. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.